Welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to break down the timeline and tracks in Premiere Pro, the place where all your editing magic happens. So, the timeline is basically where you arrange your video, audio, and graphics to build your final edit. Think of it like a storyboard that plays out in real time. The horizontal bar at this horizontal bar, this one, yes, can you see this horizontal bar shows time code, and sorry, not this one. You see that it has a time code. It shows time code that shows you exactly where your project is at, whether it's at 1 minute, at 5 seconds, at. So you see this bar line, you see it with time, it's having time, it shows time code, so that you don't maybe you're planning to edit for 20 seconds, and then without the time you may not be able to see how many seconds you've been able to do and all of that. Now, this line, it's more like a demarcation between the video tracks and the audio track. You can see. So if at the moment I place this, you see that the audio track is below and the video track, it didn't pass this line. So it's more like a division line between the audio and the video. So if you look here, you will see there is a V1 and an A1. This usually is the V1 is the video 1, more like it's a label of video 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, 6, to as many video that you have. And then it also does that for the audio, 1, 2, 3, and all that. So you see the V is for video, the A is for audio. And then the V1 usually is your main footage. Let's say this is the main footage we've brought in. The V1 usually is your main footage. And also the A1 is also your main audio most of the times. So you should also know that. So anything you place above this V1 becomes like your B-roll or a text, or it appears on top of what is below. So let's say I drag this and I drop it. So you see it will appear and replace this one until I turn it off before you will see what is below there. All right. So think of the video track like stacking layers. The topmost layer is always visible unless it's transparent. That's why I just turned this one off for you to see the one below it. They are visual. I think they're the same clips I just added. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I added the same clips. So I added the same clips. So let's check this one. So the topmost layer is what appears unless it is transparent or it is removed out of. All right. Now always keep your main footage on V1 always, so that then your B-roll, V2, and graphic tail, V3, and all of that keeps the edit clean and easy to follow. So the audio tracks now, which already is the same thing as this. So we have the same labelings and all of that on the audio class, which I believe V1 will be your main audio, then the V2 will be your background music, and then can be sound effect, any other thing, just like the video track stacks vertically. If multiple tracks plays at the same time, you will hear them all together. All right, but you just have to know the levels to which each of them will be. So rename your audio tracks, and then you can rename it. As I want to rename this, just right click on it, and then you go to customize. Then you just rename the track, and then let's say I want it A1, just an example. So that very track will be renamed. Anyone you do will be renamed, So this will help you to, when you have tons of musics and all of that. This will help you to do all of that. So we have the track control. On the left hand side of the timeline, you will see the track control, left hand side. Now, these are basically the track controls. What we're talking about is, see, now we have where to mute the track, all right? We have where to solo it, so all of these are control. Where to voice over record, so we can record another distinct on this audio so that we just overwrite or something. So these are basically tracks control. And we could also turn, you see these toggle tracks. If we lock this now, if we want to clip or edit this, it will not affect the audio, it will just affect the video. So anything we do, like pick razor now and we begin to cut, it's not going to affect the audio, it's just going to affect the video because we have locked the track. All right, so same thing, you can also lock the video and all of that so that nothing really applies to it. Like you see now, I can't toggle out, I can't do anything to it until it is unlocked. All right, so that's another thing you can do with it. So this hide, it's more like you're hiding the video from eye. You see, this is, you're hiding it. So but once you lock it, you can't do anything to it like that anymore. This toggle sync lock, I have not really know what this is for, but what I've used basically is this toggle IR. This more like you lock it out of IR on this. So I believe these are a better. So these controls are like quick switches to keep your edit under control. If you're syncing audios, solo your dialogue track first to make alignment easier. And that's the timeline and tracks in Premiere Pro. Video on top, audio on the bottom, and layer-based editing, just like Photoshop. Develop a system, for example, always put dialogues on A1, music on A2, and effect on A3. Consistency makes editing much faster. Stick around for the next lesson where we'll discover other things. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.